Hello guys, let's do some beginner AI research, and this is exactly what they are doing at Anthropic and OpenAI, just a bit more complex. So I made this tiny LLM reasoning reinforcement learning lab. It's suited for absolute beginners or anybody in between beginner and OpenAI researcher. Everybody can benefit from this repository. So I'm gonna explain exactly what this is, but I want to show you that you can do experiment just by copy pasting this command in 30 seconds. So you just copy paste this command if you have Mac OS or Windows. So you will just go ahead, paste that command, and then it's gonna clone. It's going to do the experiments automatically and show you results. Just wait maybe 20 seconds. And that's it, it already trained. These are the experiments. So before reinforcement learning, after reinforcement learning, we can see that there is improvement in the accuracy. So what is this all about? What are we even training? Let's see what is this about and how you can maybe change a little bit and learn how to do this. So this is just a large language model architecture, although this model is very small, just 40,000 parameters. Okay, usually it has 40 billion or 400 billion, 4 trillion parameters, but our has just 40,000 parameters. And it's decoder only transformer. It's like GPT. Everybody is using GPT, all of the labs these days. GPT architecture. And then, so we are teaching the AI to do some math. So for example, we can give it 2 plus 3 times 2, and then it should learn to generate the answer, which is going to be 10 at the end. So what reinforcement learning is teaching it is how to do this. So 2 plus 3 equals 5, 5 plus 2 is equal 10, and then 10 is the answer. So our model is going to sample just one character at a time. So one number or one equals, plus, sign, all this stuff. So this is generating auto-regressively. So the next character, just like AI LLMs are generating. So if it has all of these characters previously, it's going to actually, it has also, for example, let's say the last one is number 1. So it's going to look at all of these characters and then say the next character that needs to be generated is 0. So then this becomes 10. The result here is 10. So we have character tokenizer, which means that number 10 is 2 tokens, 1 and 0. Okay, so this is the classic decoder transformer. And there are so many videos on YouTube, it doesn't make sense for me to explain it. I also have full tutorial course, and we also learn all of this in school community with the experiments, with all of the courses. But you can either join school if you want to become AI researcher, if you want to get into community, or you can also watch videos on YouTube if you want to watch tutorials on transformers. So if this is too confusing for you, you can skip for now. Because we want to get you first win, we want to get you like some experiments going on immediately. We don't want you to first study for 6 months, then get experiments. We want to start doing experiments right now. So there are 2 parts in our experiment, just like there are 2 parts in OpenAI's GPT-5. So there is pre-training, which is self-supervised, which is just model learning what each character means, what are numbers, how to generate the next number. It's just repeating the training data. It's not still calculating any numbers, okay? It's just repeating training data to understand which number comes after which number, which results, which operations give which results. It's just repeating. And then the second part is reinforcement learning, where it's actually trying to calculate. We are rewarding it for giving correct answer there. So in the beginning, even without reinforcement learning, with just self-supervised learning, it's going to achieve 32% accuracy on my benchmark. And after reinforcement learning, it's gonna go to 44. Now, I did reinforcement learning just for maybe 10 seconds. So if you just do it for longer, it's gonna go to 100%. But also, and these are the things that you will learn. So you can try training it for longer, and see, maybe it will never reach 100%, which may mean that the model is too small. For example, the model is too small, it's not able to learn all of the operations. Or maybe there is some bug and stuff. So this is how you can do research. So that's the level 1 is just run this command and see the image. Level 2 is going to be changing one number. So of course, after you cloned and seeded into the repository, you don't need to clone again. So now, after that, this is the only script that you need to run, firstwin.sh. Or there is also experiment.sh, and then you can pass some parameters. For example, group size means how many answers the LLM generates, and then it's gonna, so let's say it generates 2 or 8 answers and then compares which ones are correct, and then getting a reward for how many correct answers there are. And the model is going to look at the whole group, and every sample within the group, it's going to get rewarded or punished, positive or negative reward, based on if it's better than others on average or if it's worse than others on average. So at this point, you may run this one, you may try different group sizes. For example, here I tried 2 and 8, and it seems like that group size 8 works better because there is just more data for the model to learn. Now, you need to also think, for example, if you do group size 8, then you need to think that there is literally more compute being used. So for example, you need to think like how to make this fair, because if you increase group size to 8, then you need to reduce something else somewhere, so there is like equal amount of computation going into the model. But I don't want to overwhelm you, so this might be complex. So for now, we can just go ahead and try how this works. And I suppose that as you keep increasing, there will be a point where group size is gonna start hurting. There is too many maybe. I mean, for sure there is a point like this. So you can try like 64 or something and see and compare. Here, all of the arguments, you can open this in VS Code, or you can use Codex or Claude Code to help you open this to see what each argument means. You can talk to maybe ChatGPT voice mode to help you understand this repository. Actually, I do recommend that you just copy this repository into ChatGPT voice mode, live voice mode, and then just talk to it. And there is also voice mode in Codex, so you can do it there on your computer. And level 3, if you want, you can write different reward functions, how the answers get compared, or maybe just you generate a single answer, and then if it's correct, you give a reward 1. If it's not correct, you give reward 0. So we know from DeepSeek that generating 8 answers and then comparing them works better. The model is learning what's good, what's not good. So also I want to give you a note here. A lot of you think like, which algorithm should I use? Should I use GRPO, reinforce, PPO, which algorithm? And I would say it doesn't matter. Like, if you work at OpenAI or Anthropic, they are not so concerned with algorithms. Usually, for example, DeepSeek just made GRPO, and that was enough for them to stop working on algorithms so much. It's more about data and scaling. But since you don't have scaling, you don't have money, you just need to think about data and think like, what is your model learning? So thinking like, what are you teaching it? And data. I feel like data, so I feel like Anthropic, OpenAI, they are spending maybe like 20 times more effort on data than model architecture. I'm guessing this, but I also know that I heard people who work at Anthropic say like, when you come to work on these frontier labs, you're gonna spend like 97% time thinking about data and maybe 3% time of thinking like which algorithm to use, like Swiglu, ReLU, GELU, activation function, all this stuff. But maybe you want to understand the algorithms first. If that's the case, that's okay. You can still go ahead and learn the algorithms. However, just keep in mind that you need to think like what it's learning, like the data is important, how you structure, and think like what are you teaching it. So that's gonna be it for this video, and hopefully this is gonna help you out. For you beginners, get your first win. For you more advanced people, you can also figure out how to try different algorithms, different rewards, how this works. And so you can share this, you can comment below the video, and see you in the next one.